We are all doing life, but who knew life could be this funny? Welcome to the Maria and Chad Doing Life podcast.
And on today's episode, a story I can't wait to tell you about, Maria, because I know you're such a big Taco Bell fan.
Mm-hmm.
What one man did at Taco Bell to get himself arrested. This story is something you're not going to want to miss. That's coming up along with many other things on today's podcast.
You are a liar. You are a fake.
Maria and Chad present.
Is this for real? Do you ever fake it?
Get the fake out.
That was a fake.
I think I'm for real.
Are you ready, Maria?
I am so ready today. I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
Made it pretty easy for you. I've got 4 headlines that you get to choose from. You decide which one you think is fake. If you can get the fake out, you will win $1 zillion today. So no pressure.
Woo!
Headline number 1 is Underwater MMA premiered in Japan. You know, MMA, like UFC?
Mixed martial arts? Yes.
Mixed martial arts. All right, number 2. Lowe's revealed a major collaboration with next month's New York Fashion Week.
Okay.
Number 3. Champion designed a sweatshirt with an extra large hood to accommodate gamers' headphones.
If that's true, that's smart.
Mm-hmm. And finally, a woman had a 4-foot snake crawl down her throat when she was sleeping.
Gross! Oh my god! Okay.
So those are your 4.
Oh my god, that's... Oh.
4-foot snake right down the old throat. What do you think?
Okay, let's talk this out. I got my notes here. Underwater MMA, I think people are bored.
Yep.
And I think, hey, why not? Although, as I talk this out, you need to be able to hold your breath. And I don't know. So let me think about that one. I think Lowe's collaborating with Fashion Week. They're doing whatever they can to promote their business.
Uh-huh.
Champion with the extra large hoods for gamers. That's brilliant. And those gamers, they all look like hoodlums anyway, so they wear their hoods. So yes.
No judgment, but they're all hoodlums. Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying. They look like hoodlums.
Uh-huh.
Snake down the throat. How do you not wake up with the snake? Okay, I'm going to say underwater MMA is the fake story because people would pull their gear off and they would drown. I think that's the fake story.
And by saying that, Maria, you are correct.
Woo! Why do I get so excited over this?
That is, well, you just won all that money. Yeah, that is the fake headline. Way to sniff it out. Nice job.
Yeah.
The real headlines, just so you know the stories behind them, Fashion Week, I know we're both all big fans. We will be following it very closely.
Hashtag sarcasm.
Did it happen already? At Lowe's, I guess, yeah, they're trying to get the word out about what they are and who they stand for, or what they stand for. They're using designers that are going to actually integrate Lowe's products into their designs. I don't know. I mean, people would like staple Cheetos to their face and they call that like fashion. You know what I mean? So this somehow or another, they're going to take things that are sold at Lowe's and like have hammers hanging off your pants.
Okay, that just got weird. It sounds like, that show where they, the fashion show where they make clothes. What the hell is the name of that
You're
one?
asking me? I don't. With RuPaul?
I don't know, whatever. But anyway, they have
one?
the unconventional challenge where they have to take random things and make it into clothes.
Right.
Maybe that's kind of what it is.
Yeah, or I think maybe Lowe's is a sponsor of this thing, and they're like, how can we give them a little more? Okay, somebody make some clothes with, a lawnmower strapped
drop cloths.
To it. I don't know.
Or drop cloths.
There you go.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
all right.
All right, so the headphones are being accommodated by the Champion people that make sweatshirts. I don't understand why you'd want to wear a sweatshirt if you're indoors. Unless you can't adjust the temperature of your home, and I don't know. It just seems kind of odd to put a hood on in the house.
I think it's brilliant, actually. I think Champion, go. That was a good one. Good idea.
And the 4-foot snake crawling down the woman's throat really happened. The woman is Russian. This is how it happened. And she fell asleep in her yard, Maria. Took a nap in her yard.
Okay.
And she woke up and she wasn't feeling right, so she went to the hospital. And that's when doctors discovered a 4-foot snake had crawled down into her throat. And there is a video. If you want to Google it online, you can watch the snake way down in there. Mm-hmm.
All right, this is where I put on my Judgy McJudge pants again.
Yeah.
She fell asleep in the backyard. An entire 4-foot snake crawled not just in her mouth, but all the way down her throat and into probably her stomach, right? I mean, it had to go all the way down. Otherwise, she would have been choking. She had to been like passed out or on drugs or took a sleeping pill. Come on. Well, that's your ambient story, you know? You fall asleep and you wake up with a 4-foot snake down your throat. Well, I will say, and I can't remember now who it was, and I can't remember if you and I had already talked about this, but a friend of mine was sleeping in bed, fell asleep, and there was a scorpion in her bed, and it bit her like 20 times, or it stung her like 20 times in bed, and she slept through the whole thing and woke up, obviously in immense pain. So maybe I shouldn't be so Judgy McJudge pants.
I just know, like, my gag reflex when I've had to go to the doctor and they put a tongue depressor in. I mean, like, I can't imagine, what's she putting down her throat normally is my question, to not notice 4 feet of something going down there.
Well, hashtag streetwalker.
Who knows? Who knows?
So, this so surprised me this morning. I was reading, and let me preface this by saying I don't really watch Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't really watch it, but I might watch it this year. Did you see the lineup of the F-list celebrities that are on Dancing with the Stars this year?
Well, I should say I don't watch it either because the name Dancing with the Stars is super misleading because the people that they put on there, I don't know if they really are quote unquote stars, but no, I have no idea who's coming this year.
Okay, so I'll give you a rundown of the ones that I actually recognized their name. The others I did not.
Okay.
Nelly.
Oh, yeah.
It's getting hot in here. Mm-hmm. So Nelly is going to be on Dancing with the Stars.
He'll be good, yeah.
AJ McLean from the Backstreet Boys.
Big name, yeah. Well, not the biggest name from the band, but he's a big name, yeah.
Yeah. Anne Hesh. I thought that was actually a good one, the actress. I like her. Uh-huh. Do you know who Johnny Weir is?
Yes, he's the guy that like judges fashion, actually, right?
Well, he was an Olympic skater, Olympic skater winner of stuff, and he does the commentary for the Olympic skating, figure skating.
And doesn't he do like runway, like red carpet stuff? I feel like I've seen him.
Probably.
Yeah, like commenting on people's fashion.
Probably. So Johnny Weir, who... My God, he's a figure skater.
Yeah.
He's like a shoo-in. How do you lose a dancing competition when that's like your job?
Right.
And the standout, believe it or not, Carol Baskin.
Really? She's
yes.
doing. When I think of her, the last thing I think of is dancing. I mean, is she like the sacrificial lamb that'll be on like 1 or 2 episodes at the start and then she'll get blown away? She can't compete with those other people that you listed.
I think that she's not the sacrificial lamb. She's like the hook.
Yeah.
You know, people want to see her try to dance. She doesn't look very light on her feet, but again, I'm being Judgy McJudge pants here. But you know, every single outfit is going to have some kind of cat print, leopard print, tiger print, a lion mane, something ridiculous like that.
She, I'm trying to think of the people they've done. Jerry Springer in the past was on the show and didn't last very long. I know Adam Carolla got kicked off early. Nikki Glaser. I mean, all these people that, you know, they are, like you said, the hook. They're like, okay, I want to tune in to see this, but I can't imagine her doing very well in that show.
Let me just say, you know a lot about Dancing with the Stars for somebody who doesn't watch Dancing with the Stars.
I've never watched an episode, but I watch the news, you know, so I hear about, you know, like what year was AJ McLean on? Oh, it's this year. Okay. You know, like we just kind of, I hear about it, but no, I I promise to you, I have never watched Dancing with the Stars more than just flipping past the channel. I know you're a huge fan of Taco Bell, and this is a weird story that I wanted to share with you. I don't know if you've heard this yet. It's a story of a guy by the name of Christopher Sale. He is 61, and he was hungry. So he decided to go to the Taco Bell drive-thru. Took his Ford Ranger a couple miles to the Taco Bell and got to the window. And the person that worked in Taco Bell noticed that something was strange. Have you heard about this?
No, I have no idea.
The employee looked into the vehicle and noticed that the man was completely naked.
Yes.
So he ordered his taco, and he was exposing himself to the employee. And so the employee walked away and got a backup employee, and he continued to sit there after he got his order and said he wanted some more sauce. And then he finally left, and both employees were probably scarred for life because this guy was naked in the drive-thru. He went and he drove around the Taco Bell and got back in line, and that's when they called the police. And they, when the police got there, this guy, Christopher, was trying to convince the police that he was covered up because there were no clothes in his vehicle. He had left home naked, but there was like a bath towel, and he was trying to convince the police that his privates were covered. And I guess they were not, or else the Taco Bell people wouldn't have had an issue. And I guess the whole time he was just sitting there, and the bath towel was sitting there like on the passenger seat.
Oh.
And but yeah, when the police searched the car, the funny thing was that he had no clothes to even put on, and he didn't understand that it was illegal to drive naked. I guess that is something you're not supposed to do.
Wait a minute. Is it really illegal to drive naked?
Well,
you're in your car.
Trying to see where this happened. There's a city.
I can understand when you actually get up to the window, maybe you put a towel on or something like that, but
yeah, I think you just got to cover yourself in public. That's pretty much what it comes down to. But yeah, he was charged with felony indecent exposure. It doesn't say what state this took place in, but yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, when you want Taco Bell, you want Taco Bell. And if you're naked, you still want Taco Bell.
I don't get the nude thing. The people that's their deal. They want to be nude all the time. I could never be that person.
Well, I've never driven through a Taco Bell naked, but I have driven through a Taco Bell in just a bikini, which is almost naked.
Yeah.
Like you're in the pool and you're like, God, doesn't Taco Bell sound really good right now? I'll drive you, or I'll pay. What is it? I'll pay you fly. What is that?
I'll buy you fly. Right?
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
That's the one. That's the one.
What the hell is wrong with me?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
The answer is I don't know. I'm not sure.
So, have you met my cousin Sue
from
Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Okay, Crazy. We call her Crazy Sue.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think I'm a little wackadoodle. She is me tenfold, at least 20-fold. She's pretty wackadoodle too. Maybe it runs in the family.
Okay.
And she's well into her 60s now, and she hates to pick up the phone. I actually called her. I call her about once a month, and she's like, "Why are you calling me? Why don't you just text me?" And so this is why what I read this morning kind of rang true a little bit. Apparently, the era of phone calls, picking up the phone and talking, is over because, according to this survey, an overwhelming majority of people would rather text than call, would rather have somebody text them than call them. And the only exception, they say, is people over 55. I mean, she is over 55, but she's in the minority there.
Right.
But everybody would rather text than call. I know my daughter is way that way. She hates picking up the phone. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I can only speak for myself, but there are times where a phone call is a lot more efficient than texting if there's a lot of information to cover. But if it's just something quick, I prefer a text. I mean, it's timing. I've noticed my wife has been doing a lot of work from home, and I'm working from home. And so it's tough to talk on the phone, and you don't want to disturb each other when each other are trying to do work. But I'm kind of split. You know, it's good to have a conversation, but the timing is like, well, I'm trying to help my daughter with her homework or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like
Right.
a phone call didn't used to seem as invasive as it's become when you have this opportunity to text something really quick and get back to whatever you were doing, I guess. Is that an answer? I don't know.
Yes. I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Have you ever texted your wife and she's in the house?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, because we both do this podcast from our homes, I'll text her and say, be quiet. I'm about ready to record, or, you know, for sure. And, you know, sometimes it's just to document like a grocery list. Like, don't forget to get celery, you know.
Yeah.
You know, when I know that she'll see that once she goes to the grocery store and she reviews her phone.
But you haven't done the, hey, I'm out on the, you're sitting, let's say you're sitting out on the patio by your pool. You don't text your wife and go, hey, can you bring me another beer?
I can't remember doing that, but that doesn't mean it hasn't happened.
I knew it.
Yeah. No.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah. I don't know. I use my phone for so many things. It's funny because I always have my phone on me because I have this really novel concept. The clothes that I wear has pockets. And the reason I bring that up is my wife's difference is that she never knows where her phone is because she's got the Apple Watch and the iPhone, and she'll hit the watch because it'll like beep, you know, tell her where her phone is,
Right.
You know, find my phone type of thing. But she never has pockets, so it's like, where's my phone? It's you know, sometimes it's sitting right next to her. She like hit the button rather than looking around.
Yeah, my husband had that issue yesterday. We're going to bed, you know, plug in your phone so they charge overnight. And he can't find his phone. He's like, where is it? Where is it? And we do find my phone. We're like, well, it looks like it's in the backyard. He's like, oh, yeah, I left it by the pool. You know?
Well, I didn't get your answer. Are you more of a texter or a phone call person?
I'm more of a texter.
Yeah.
I would rather text. Every once in a while, I'll call my daughter. I'm like, I just want to hear your voice, honey. And she's like, all right, you heard it. Bye.
Text me if you need something.
Yeah, exactly. So, do you remember the game Animal Crossing?
I
At
don't
all?
know that. Is it a phone, like a board game, or like on a phone, or what do you do with it?
I used to play it. I think it was. Is it the Nintendo? It was like a little handheld Nintendo DS. I think that's what it was.
Okay,
I
so
think that was the video game.
there was is it kind of like Frogger, like where you have to cross a busy street?
No, Animal Crossing. I think they just called it Animal Crossing. But you're a little person, and you build a house. And to build the house, you have to collect apples, and you sell the apples, and it's just a little video game.
Okay.
I used to love that damn game. And again, it was on my daughter's Nintendo DS, and then she sold it, so I don't get to play anymore. But I was pretty damn good and got pretty far in that damn game.
Okay.
Well, I bring it up because I can't even believe this. I think video games should be video games and not get political. But Animal Crossing got political because now, I have my little notes here, you can download a Team Joe political sign for the little cartoon yard you have on Animal Crossing.
Oh, like the presidential signs that people, or the mayoral signs that
Yeah.
people put in their yard. You can put political signs on your yard in your virtual game. Gotcha.
Yes. Isn't that ridiculous? There's a Biden-Harris campaign image, one with red, white, and blue sunglasses. I mean, you can now get political signs on your video game, and you know what? I don't like it.
Yeah.
Not just because it's Biden. I mean, I'm sure the Trump people will get one too. You know, whatever. I don't care who's running
Right.
for office. I don't think politics should be in your darn video game. I think it's ridiculous.
Is it like a money grab? Is it cost money to add these signs? Is it like in-game purchases type of thing? There's got to be a reason that they're adding this. Or I mean, it's political season. The election's coming up.
I looked. I don't think it costs money. I don't think so.
Yeah.
But I think what they're doing is they're trying to get the younger people who are playing these games, who are voter age, to vote. I think it's just kind of more advertising.
I just got a phone call. This would remind me. I just got a phone call the other day, and they knew my name. They knew my first name, and they had my phone number. and they were trying to get an idea of how I plan to vote in the upcoming election. And I thought that was really invasive. Like, I didn't know how they got my information. You know what I mean?
Well, that's obviously online. I mean, I can search you and get your phone number if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I get a lot of text messages that are like, we'll match your donation 500%, send in your money here. And I that's not what my phone's for. My phone is for games and text messaging. I don't want your political crap coming through on my phone.
Well, I'm with you there. I can't wait for this election to be over. Thanks again for listening to our podcast. We are called Doing Life with Maria and Chad. We are on social media. You can go to find us on Instagram. It's at Maria and Chad. Of course, on Facebook, just search for Maria and Chad and follow all the happenings we have going on online. You want to run down some of the podcast places that you can listen to the podcast?
We are on Spotify, Google Podcast, Podbean, Stitcher, iHeart, the TuneIn app. You can find us there as well. What did I miss?
Let's see. Google Podcast, Stitcher, TuneIn, Pandora, Podbean.
Oh, Pandora was the one I missed.
Yeah, iHeart. Thank you guys for listening. And again, congratulations, Maria, for winning Get the Fake Out today. Did a wonderful job. Till next time. Bye, everybody.
Thanks again for listening to Doing Life with Maria and Chad. Follow us on Instagram at Maria and Chad. You can now listen to every episode on the iHeartRadio app, Spotify, Google Podcasts, TuneIn, Pandora, and of course, you can watch on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single episode.